Yo, and we are live. Yo, this is Setting Key Media back with another one, man. Today we're going to get into the interracial marriage topic. And today I got a female guest in the building to also break it down with me.
Yes, we do.
Whoops. All right, now let's get right into it.
Review this with y'all because I thought it was
shout out Six to Goddess, by the way.
A very interesting conversation, and it was a lot of talking points that a lot of divestors and swirlers try to use, and I think it will be some good dialogue to talk about it. So we're going to go ahead and break all that down. I'm going to get right into it and pull this up. And right before I get into this, ladies, get into today's makeup look. Get into today's hair look. If y'all ladies are looking good, we are over there being the best version of ourselves in the.
She's got to shout out that Patreon. I ain't gonna lie. She make mainly or most of her money on the Patreon because she be saying wild shit on here. So I'm pretty sure her stuff gets demonetized a good amount of times.
All walks of life. We have a group chat. We have over there. If you tired of being in spaces with a bunch of women that just make you feel comfortable in your mediocrity, you tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row, baby. The link for that Patreon will be in the description below.
Hey, I support it. I ain't gonna lie. I support it. If you're gonna have
Death Row,
if you're gonna have any example of a black woman, hey, I just let it be her, okay? If you're gonna have any example,
shout out to her.
Just let it be her.
All right. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it so I can provide my commentary. Once again, before we get into this video, I don't want to hear any where is the school. I don't want to hear anything like necessarily like personal attacks. We are going to be dissecting the talking points here, period. Do not be in my comments talking about where's the school, where's all that. I don't care about that. It's a piece of content. We're going to use it to open up dialogue and have a conversation, period. Okay. So let me save y'all the trouble from writing this shit in the comments. I don't want to hear it.
So I left off at the end last session and starting off this session with asking a professional, a doctor of clinical psychology, do you feel I'm irresponsible as an entertainer, as a black man with, as people say in the community, a super father, or some people.
Now, what would you say? Do you think he's being irresponsible, super father? Shit. Because everybody keeps saying, well, oh, how could he just spread them all out? How can he visit all of them and all that and be in all their houses? And like, I'm going to give you my honest argument. I'm like, bro, the dad don't really need to beat her that much. Honestly, you just need to show up.
Yeah.
And provide discipline. Yeah. And be seen as the leader of the house. That's all he needs to do. He just need to be seen as a leader and know that he's out there providing the life that you're living. That's it.
And let's be honest, like, this is Nick. All the shows he owned and
man
on and stuff, he got the money.
All the
money.
money.
As long as he's taking care of all of them, what's the problem?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see the problem if he can take care of. Obviously, he can take care of all of them. But now they want to be like, oh, well, if we just put it down on that, and all these rich niggas is going to try that shit.
Who even could say someone who has created many broken homes. I have 12 children.
God dang!
I didn't know he had 12.
That remind me of that remind me of that when Kevin Hart was talking to a boy and he was like, yeah, I'm 53. He said, damn.
12? Like, okay, so he had 4 baby moms. 12? Maybe he has more baby moms that we didn't know about. Hold on, man. I might have to do some independent research.
6.
God damn.
12 kids, 6 baby moms.
Hey, he goated for that one. I personally couldn't do it. 6 is crazy, but go for it.
6 is crazy.
God damn! 12 children. I'm sorry, I had to get that out. Yeah.
12 kids is crazy too, but if you can do it,
you can do it.
Am an open and free-spirited individual who, like we talked about before, feel everyone has the ability to live their life in which way that they wish, and I pass no judgment on anyone.
Okay, so let me stop right there. That talking point right there, I think everyone should live their life the way they want. I have no judgment. That is the starter kit talking point of people who are full of it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right there, okay?
Man, that's a starter kit mindset of liberalism, if anything. It's like, bro, that's how all liberals think. Like, oh, you should just live your life. I won't judge you. Nobody should judge you. And I'm just like, bro, hell nah, bro. You need to be judged, low-key. Because at least if we'd have judged you, you may have still did your own thing, but you'd have dialed it back a little bit. A little bit.
You should be judgmental. There should be a right from wrong. Okay, I don't get this society we're in of do what you want. We're not judging is not helpful. Like, people need those clear lines. Like, especially the youth. We just let the youth do anything. We just sit there and clap for her. Like, oh, he's doing her thing. She's doing her thing. No, like, why is no one sitting down and saying, no, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong?
Oh God, and I have like a whole point to that. Cause I remember when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid and I walk around and I see somebody like sagging their pants, my mom will always point them out and be like, if you do that, I'm gonna beat your ass. Every time.
Growing up, it was, a lot stricter.
Exactly. Like, yo, dad, yo, mom gonna point that person out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you be riding with your daughter, point a hooker out in the street. Like, if I ever see you like that, we're done. Don't ever hit me up, don't ever call me again. Like, it needs to be like that again.
It do.
Like, don't just be like, oh, they're just living their life. Don't judge them. You don't know what they've been through. No. They need shame too. But all right.
This whole do what you want, people live their life the way they want, whatever make you happy, no judgment thing is exactly why now we got these kids kicking our door in. It's exactly now why we have all these children being touched on, being,
can't be parents these days. They trying to be their child's best friend.
Yeah, that best friend child shit, man, that don't work.
Never work.
It's like, bro, he or she gotta have some authority. If y'all best friends, and you need to find an authority. Cause if it ain't you, oh man, bro, it's a free for all in that house at that point, and it's gonna be all types of bad. Like, you know what?
I've seen it happen.
It's treated in.
It never works out.
I don't want to say the word, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's the reason why we don't have any boundaries as a society now. Intelligent people are judgmental. They know right from wrong, and they have no problem standing on that. It's always people who want to have the leeway to harm others and to create brokenness. And they do it all under the guise of only God can judge me, don't judge me. And that right there is a huge talking point. That is, whenever I hear that talking point, I start backing into the corner. Absolutely not.
I appreciate you for subscribing. We appreciate that. All right. Right back into the video.
All it is a guise to be able to do things that hurt others and have no one call you out on it, period. So he already lost me with that. That is, do what you want. I'm not judging is not a justification. I just want that to be a thing.
I entertain, and in that same form, I've created shows like Wilding Out to various different shows, to
Banger,
Bad versus Wild, with Zeus,
Banger.
and all type of things where I've been ridiculed.
You do have a lot of shows, and
people
he's on
often,
different networks.
Bro, when it
so
comes,
he making a few checks.
Yeah, bro, he's a talent when it comes to these shows or direct. He is a talented director. I'm gonna say that.
Irresponsible is light in what they've called me online, and I say that to say if there is a place that I've been responsible, because as we know, Malcolm X probably said it the best, that the media is the most powerful tool on the planet because it can have you loving your oppressor and hating the idea is really just an acronym for manipulating the culturally responsible.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He clearly got the money financially to take care of all 12 kids, but he's a busy man. So is he actually in their life, stepping up?
Yeah.
Like, teaching them knowledge and stuff.
And
let's be real.
And does he have those leadership qualities, honestly? Let's be real. Is he a leader for real? Because just because he got money don't mean he a leader. Just because he's starting up these companies, hey, it does take some leadership qualities, but what about like a house leader? Is he really like, I don't know, running these women's lives as a husband should in a way? Be like, yeah, you need to put my daughter here, need to do this, you need to do that. You need
Facts.
It's like, you my baby mom, you cannot be out here doing wild shit. Like shit like that. I would hope so. Because if he's not doing that, then yeah, this shit gonna go upside down on for real.
Thing with
he gonna look like an idiot at the end of the day.
But I gotta hold myself accountable. So as I sit here before you as a man who I've heard many times say that we
Like,
should not,
Jesus.
lightly say
Wild.
that we should not date outside our race. You made many more colorful statements from the idea of, you know, going skiing with the snow bunnies and many other terms. But
Man, I be rolling when he be like, "Have you been swimming?"
you know, I do have children with.
He be like, "Have you been swimming in the milk?" Y'all, I be on the floor.
multiple races of women.
In the milk
and,
is
Yeah.
insane.
White
Bro.
being one of them.
Playing in the snow, swimming in the milk, all that is wild, but hey, it's accurate.
Wild as it, yeah.
It is
It's
accurate.
And I'm interested to know, one, how you feel about this, and then you know, as I sit next to you, and you know, I consider you my brother. I consider you someone that I admire and look up to in many different ways. But you know, sometimes we agree to disagree on various. But this is a safe space to have this conversation. So I say all that to say, you know, as someone, I'm sitting on your couch today, Doc. Heal me, help me.
Right. When we deal with interracial relationships, I always like to qualify the conversation for people who are listening, especially those outside the community, so that they understand.
All right, we might have to speed this up. God dang, I ain't trying to be here all day. Hold on. Let's do like 1.5. Let's see if it's too fast.
And I don't come from a place of hate. I have nothing against the Caucasian woman, Asian woman, Latino woman, East Indian, Arab, all the various beautiful women of the world. I have nothing against them. But I'm loyal to the Black woman because she suffered the most at the hands of this society and this planet. And because I come from a Black woman, I have a special obligation towards her. And when I look at when our successful Black men tend to marry out or reproduce outside of the community, I think on some level it can be insulting to our sisters.
Okay.
I consider it insulting to the community as a whole. And as someone who works in the school, I've had to entertain conversations with Black girls who are asking Dr. Umar, is there something wrong with me? Because it appears that when you all make it, y'all always abandon the community in pursuit of your spouse.
You know, I'm not really sure if it's banning in the community though, because who's to say that? Or I'm just because I date outside my race. Who say I'm still not gonna board Black businesses? Who say I'm still not gonna support? I don't know, like Black causes. Like who just to say okay, just cause I date a white girl, yep, I'm automatically out the Black community. I no longer donate nothing. I don't even help a Black person no more just cause I date a white girl. It's a wild mindset to have.
That is.
And but also to the other point
wild
though,
and kind of biased. Yeah, I really don't believe that necessarily.
No, but feeling like Black women are
Because
portrayed.
I know a few people that are married, to white people. I got white people in my family.
Yeah, and to say that
Black businesses are the main businesses a lot of people starting to support.
And here's the thing, I don't really blame here's the thing, I can't really fault Black women and all that for dating white men. I can't fault Black men for dating white women only because we've been doing it for so damn long. Like, does anybody not remember Rosa Parks having like 4 white husbands? Like, she could have chose Black anytime, but she didn't. And I don't even fault to this day. I will still read her poetry. And not Rosa Parks. Maya Angelou. Sorry, Maya Angelou. It was Maya Angelou that had 4 white husbands that we say nothing about. But God forbid a Black man makes a lot of money, he gonna have 4 white wives. Y'all got everything to say. So I'm just saying like this. If we're gonna do this, let's keep it fair. If we're gonna crucify the Black man, then we also gotta crucify the Black woman who's doing the same thing. And if you want to say we're doing it at higher levels, I beg to differ. Trust me. Cause
yeah, I mean, it's definitely vice versa.
Yeah, like it's happening on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either we just accept it or we just don't have a double standard on it. Because like I said, y'all love talking about us as all types of bad. We hate ourselves, race betrayers and all. But when y'all do it, what is it called? Oh, I'm just leveling up. I'm expanding my options. No, you're doing the same damn thing we doing basically. You're betraying the race. You're insulting us. Everything above.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And I need Umar to have that same energy for Black women. That's the only problem I have with him. I'm like, bro, if you ain't gonna have that same energy for them, don't talk to us. That's all.
And when we look at the wealth differential
interracial dating
between
is
successful Black men
culture is a
and
wild
the women they choose to
statement.
marry or reproduce with, it's very obvious that there is a significant financial
what's
gain
good, Capital?
to the woman in many times, which equals a significant financial loss. to the black
I've heard
community.
you say this.
Now, I agree with what he just said there 100%. You know, I've tried to tell women for the longest that a man is going to pick a woman that makes him look like the amount of money he got. Men are very good at knowing how to choose who is going to make them look like where they are in a certain economic standing. It doesn't work like that other way around, but if we're just being honest, the way a woman looks 100% dictates. And that's why I tell women, if you want a man that's aligned a certain way financially, you can't make him look poor. If you be honest with yourself, that if people saw you with a certain man, they would think, and they knew he had money and they saw him with you, they would think she must have been around from the beginning. You know, men don't work hard to make money just to get a woman that make him look more poor than what he actually is.
And this is why this girl is controversial. This is why that girl is controversial, because I promise she said that on that, you ever heard of Tonight's Conversation? Yeah. She said that on Tonight's Conversation, bro, and they was at her neck for that. They was like, yeah, she was talking about big girls mostly and all that good stuff. And it was a good point. I was like, right, you don't want to make your man look broke. But the problem is women aren't thinking like that. They kind of have a narcissistic mindset of, oh, well, my man makes me look good. Well, I'm like, okay, well, how do you make your man look? Like, how you ever thought about that instead of how do my man make me look?
Yeah.
You just gotta, like I said, we gotta play this shit both.
Some women don't look like that.
Yeah. Some women gotta play both sides. And if you are with a man that you respect, I would hope that you make him look like $1 million.
If he worked hard to get the money, he's gonna want the woman,
or at least trying,
that matches. And when people see him with her, be like, "Oh, I know he got it."
What's good? Good time.
Who a man has on his arm
100%
tells a lot about his economic status.
Hey, I feel it.
So when you have majority of black women fat on the internet in bonnets, it works against you, because now showing up with a black girl is not a flex, because nobody else is on the internet fat in bonnets but us. It's just a reality.
Damn.
Other races of women, when they have prominent figures be fat, they be on their ass.
Like, hold on, man. Nobody else on the internet fat and with bonnets on. God damn it. Yeah, that's a special. Hey, that's our specialty right now, okay? It's one of our specialties.
We don't want this being a representation, but black women, we be like, he gonna still cheat even if you lose weight. So we just sit fat and wonder why we are not typically, what's looked at when a man has made it.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm just saying, some black women have a loser mentality, low key. Actually, a lot of black women have a loser mentality when it comes to this shit. You're literally telling me, oh, well, if I make myself better, he's just gonna cheat anyway. That's like saying if I get rich, I'm just gonna go broke anyway. It's just, you just have a negative mindset, so nothing is ever gonna go right for you. You have a loser mindset. If you really think that, oh, well, he's just gonna cheat anyway if I make myself better, so go get you a better nigga then. At least you made yourself better so you can get better. Don't just stay like that and get mad at your results. It's a loser mindset.
And who he want to have on his arm, even though we could be, because black women are the most beautiful women with the most beautiful bodies. So if we just stop eating so much, we could like become that. If we learned how to, be more vocal. We're only vocal to people, to women in our community that want us to be better. We are never vocal about women in our community who encourage us to be mediocre, who encourage us to be below average, who encourage us not to try. You got black women on the internet saying, as long as you took a shower today, you're doing well. And this is why we are not and will never be a symbol of economic status for any man. So this is why, when it comes to men who say, I've made it, I got money, and I'm trying to find a woman who is not, 200 pounds, I get it. I'm sorry, I do get it.
Yeah, I get it too. And hey, in Capital, I feel you, man. Hey, look, if a chubby John would follow my program and have ambition, yeah, I'd wife it. Like, on God, if you want to follow me to greatness, hey, that's all a man can ask for at the end of the day, man. Shit. That's an A+, baby girl. That's an A+.
There is not enough black women who are not fat for the men who would want to make some for themselves.
Ah, damn.
The fatter the women, the less money the men have to make. That's just how it goes. And so black women, it's like a vicious cycle. The black women are like, oh, the men don't have money, so I don't need to be skinny. The men are like, these bitches fat, so I don't need to have the money. But it starts with the women. If the women say, we're going to present ourselves in a certain ways and we're going to say no to every man.
I always do say it's the imagery of what we show our children too. Cause like low key, think about it this
That's
side.
facts.
If you was a man, show your son or your daughter that you're always dating fat chicks because you're broke or something, and you're always dating these big girls to take care of you, what do you think your daughter's gonna think she do with a man? Oh, well, I get big and I take care of a man. You really want your daughter doing that? All right, now let's flip it around on the mother and the son side. Your son, you as a woman, your son is always you sees you always dating broke guys. Always see you taking care of the next dude, sleeping on the couch, all that stuff. What do you think your son?
Gonna do?
Oh God, he gonna be a bum ass nigga because he's used to seeing women take care of males. That's the problem. Y'all gotta watch the imagery y'all show y'all kids, and then don't get mad when they turn out like the partners that you shown them. And that goes for you too, sisters and older brothers, older sisters and older brothers. Right. Watch what you show your siblings. Don't go bring no bum ass niggas. Don't go bring no 304s around them. Because you can't be mad if they turn out like that because you shown that that's your acceptance. You shown that you're willing to accept those type of people. So they're going to think that you're going to accept them too.
And who don't meet us where we're at, that's how you get men to start making more money. That's how you inspire them to do more. But sitting around fat with an attitude is why we are not seen as the economic status for when a man makes it, oh, I need to go get a black girl. That's why other women are. That's the only reason why I can see a justification for the whole passport brothers thing is if you want to be in a place where the women typically are not fat in majority. Okay. So, you know, this part of the conversation right here, I understand what they're saying. They're saying, why does it seem like when a black man gets some money, then he doesn't want a sister? Well, you know, there's not enough sisters who look the part to go around. And the women who do look the part, they're not trying to be anybody's wife. They're like, shoot, I can be out here. I can have 5, 6 different men and collect the wealth from all of them.
Goddamn.
So the black women who are in shape and are looking good, they are not really incentivized to settle down.
Yeah, they got all the advantage. I always tell you, bro, for the black girls who are in shape, just women who are in shape, y'all have the advantage just all together. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's an 80-20 right now. 80%, well, 70 to 80% of black women are overweight, sadly. So if you are on the 20% side, you have like a good pick of the litter at a certain point. And I'm talking about of all the guys that are in shape too. Because we're looking for the 20% of y'all, this very small group of women. And then here's the sad part though.
Definitely ain't lying.
Here's the sad part. Us guys, we ain't too picky. We just looking for you to be in shape. Y'all girls, y'all picky. So once y'all reach that level, y'all looking for, okay, well, how does he look good? Because, hey, ugly niggas can be in shape, too. Shout out to my ugly homies. They be in shape, too. So now you got to pick if he's good looking. Is he tall in shape? Good looking in shape? He got money, tall, good looking in shape? Hey. Now you're taking that 20% and making it the 1%. Congratulations. You're making life difficult.
Because they can technically be out there getting the wealth of multiple guys at one time. So if us being a healthy weight would be a norm for us, that would be our first step to where we could definitely become a symbol of economic status for a guy. And if we stop wearing bonnets in the airport, period.
Many times. That's a very small percentage of the group of overall interracial dating. Because there's only so many successful black men at that level that can elevate and create generational wealth. Okay. Because if we keep it a stack, the most interracial relationships we see, because I've already said it before, the most interracial relationships we see is a strong, handsome black brother with unshapely white woman.
Right. He's equally
trying to be as clear as possible. Right. But it's a black man that can have any woman he wants, but because he can put his car in her name and he can financially gain off of this white woman who looked like she had a couple of Taco Bell trips. Right.
right.
See, now the joke he's about to make is like, oh, well, only broke niggas go after white women. And, well, I'm going to be real with you. In the hood, yes. But most of the time, bro, other races of women ain't even looking at a black man unless he got something to him. Actually, I would say other races of women, when it comes to the white, Hispanic, and the other ones, they kind of go for the upper echelon of black men, I say the African American black men. They're not like the African American black woman would work with us in the middle. No, they go for the upper echelon, and only those guys can go. So when we do show up with a white girl, it's like, all right, what he got going on, type of white girl, and it all depends what type of white girl. I ain't talking about the West Side white girl or white trash white girl. No, I'm talking about a preppy white girl that looked like she went to private school, my nigga. You walk in one of that, then it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's facts.
He done snapped.
and she happy that she got her a black man. And those are the questions of why these young black girls like, why would he choose her and not me? Because she got the paper.
Right, but either way.
And that's the majority. Now
he said the girls are asking about when black men get money, why they're not choosing sisters, not
when they're broke.
Why black men get with fat white girls.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't get what he just said there. But
you see the athletes or the entertainers that might get them
but that's because there's only a few of you at that upper echelon. Right. But for those of you who are at the top 1%, right, income bracket, y'all go out the community to marry more than men similarly placed in their community.
It's such a small percentage, though.
Right, but black men marry outside of their race more than every other group of men.
That's facts.
Now, Nick's saying, oh, it's such a small percentage. You're actually kind of proving Umar's point when you're saying that, because that's the whole point, okay? And most black men that do make it to that top percentile of earnings, they do so through the support of the black community. When you see like these athletes and creators and rappers, they get to where they're at from the black community support.
Singers, rappers, and
bro,
stuff,
and ain't that be about a bitch?
Their race.
It be about a bitch. I'm like, who mainly buys your records? Black people. Who mainly buy your tickets? Black people. But you dating a white woman? I ain't gonna lie. If that's the case, then I get it. But if you're a businessman, you don't really got, well, I'm gonna be real with you. And most of your money came from all of America, maybe we'll let you off a little bit. But if you're telling me you're a black entertainer, a black social media light, and you make all your money from black people, and then you don't marry them, and you don't keep the money within the community, yeah, that is a bit of race betrayal, and you are a betrayer. No offense.
Okay. So that's the whole point, is if there is a small portion of black men who are at a certain economic status, that makes it even worse when majority of that small portion is not keeping the wealth inside the community and they are marrying outside. That's even worse. Saying, oh, you know, the black men with money, oh, it's only a few of them, so it shouldn't really matter if they're dating interracial.
Yep.
That, I don't know if he thought he ate or if that was going to prove the point, but that actually makes this 10 times worse. That means the brothers that we do have, that we have elevated to the top of the community to make a certain amount of money, should definitely be keeping it in the community. Duh. That means they're not at a plethora and just all over the place. So the few that are there should count.
So an example,
no, but I'm saying that.
Oh God, it's like you're talking about a top 1% black man, then, and he made his money off the black community. I would be damned if these rappers ran around with white women, and you telling me that, hold on, all black people mainly spin your shit. All black people are your super fans. When you go out to your motherfucking concerts, it's all black people. And you tell me you with a white girl? It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna give it to him. I gotta give it to her on that point.
The black community do support each other the most.
Yeah, we do, but maybe when it comes to relationship wise, though, yeah, we ain't messing with it too much.
That cannot be attributed purely to coincidence. So let me ask you a question directly, brother Nick. You have beautiful African children by beautiful non-African women,
right?
Shout out.
Would you say honestly, your decision to reproduce with non-African women, was that deliberate? I don't want my sisters, or were you a victim of unconscious self-hate programming?
I've had this conversation on another one of my platforms with my brother Riza Islam. And it's funny because online they cut it up and they made it seem like I was saying,
and I didn't see that clip, by the way.
Yeah, it was a clip where it pretty much was, I was saying exactly that we've been programmed and conditioned to be that the white woman is superior. That's and I made all the statements that there was a time that and obviously all the sisters came from because they just saw that element of the clip. There was a time in which
I don't really like that idea of we've been enslaved and programmed to think the white woman is superior. And I'm just like, nah, we kind of just looked on the other side of the pond and be like, oh, wait, hold on. Y'all girls don't got attitudes? Like, whoa.
Nope.
So wait, y'all don't got attitudes? So what about multiple kids?
Nope.
Damn. So what about poverty?
Nope.
Single mother households?
Nope.
Why wouldn't the guy want to try that out? It's like, shit, maybe I do want to hop over to the white side and see how they living. I wouldn't really think it's a self-hate thing. I think it's just okay, I'm looking at over there and it seems like they got their shit together. Now, you should stick over here and try to help your people out and work them up to that. You know, just become an example. But some people want to take the easy route. Some people don't want to work that hard. I get it, but you're lazy. But I get it.
White women were looked at as
the standard.
Not just the standard, but symbols of success.
True.
and or even that are unattainable. If we go all the way back to slavery, but we not supposed, and vice versa. They looked at us like we ain't supposed to be messing with them, and we look like we are not allowed. We can die.
But see, that's the difference. Yeah. You can die messing with them. They're not going to die messing with you, though.
So I say all of that to say I understand the social programming, and I truly believe.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I like how Nick kind of just skipped over what Umar just said. You can die dealing with them, but they ain't going to die dealing with you, which is what I've been said, that in my opinion, Black men who it is not natural for a man to desire intercourse with a woman that has more power over him, period. I think it's a domination kink. I don't care what no one say. It is very odd to me to have a man be attracted to a woman where at the snap of her fingers, whenever she felt it could take you and everybody around you down off of one tier. That's odd. A man naturally should want to be attracted to a woman that he is more powerful than. There is not a Black man on this planet that has more power than a white woman, unfortunately. You know, so you're literally having intercourse with someone who has your life in their hands.
Yeah, that is a fact. Because I promise you, bro, and this is going to sound fucked up, but if a Black girl, if you say you're a Black man, if a Black girl goes to the police and say, oh yeah, he S.A.'d me, then, you know, they might look past it. I ain't gonna lie. If they're not no rape kit, no nothing, grape kit or nothing, then they might look past it. But a white woman says it, bro. There ain't even be no grape kit or nothing, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, G. You're going to jail.
Doing time.
That night.
Quite literally. Okay. And women by nature already ain't shit. So when you add white on top of that and the privilege that comes with that, you are asking for a nightmare. Black men that date interracial, Black men who are attracted to white women, and that's all you see with all the time. They have a kink of being dominated. And in my opinion, there is also a slight homosexual undertone there as well.
Believe it so. And then that makes me, as someone who's done the research and the understanding, goes all the way back to even defining what is race and when was race defined. And as we know.
But before you define that, does Nick Cannon have a bias against Black women when it comes to romance?
The quick answer is absolutely not. Because
how do you justify?
I say this because one, just as I got a white baby mama, I got a dark skinned baby mama too. So in that sense, I can equally say I ain't got no type. You know what I mean? Like I love women.
Man, but see, if I was him, I'd have kept it on. Oh, look, I got my light skin, I got my dark skin right here. I kept it in the community. I just kept it on the spectrum. You feel me? But you just had to get you a white girl, man. You fucked up right there and then. That's what you fucked up at. I ain't mad at him, but that's what you might have fucked up at.
Push back because
I thought he had the light skin ones.
I'm kind of disturbed at the.
I low-key thought they were mad at the light skins. I didn't know he had a white one.
Fact that Nick Cannon
I feel
literally
like he's just being all over the place. Like, let's be real. He definitely has a type.
Yeah, he does.
6 baby moms, all of them light skin except for one. He's being honest. He do got one dark skin, but the 5 other ones light as hell.
Yeah, you can't explain that. Like, you got a type. And it's okay.
Chocolate skin baby mama, just so he could say this. You know, this whole premise of, you know, let's get a Black girl so that we make them feel included. Let's get a Black girl because we feel bad for them. Let's get a Black girl because she's just been so mistreated and she's so down and out. On behalf of all Black women, I just want to say we're okay. We don't need a pity party. Okay. It's super cringe to me when I see brothers like basically saying like we're a charity case, like, oh, but I got a Black girl in there and I'm gonna give it a Black girl because she's left out and she's forgotten. And no, thank you. If you're just not genuinely attracted to a sister, we're good on you. Okay. Me personally, I'm genuinely attracted to the Black man. Okay. I have eyes for no other. Okay. It's a Black man for me. I don't need it. It's not because I feel bad for him. I don't need to be convinced. It's just my natural attraction. So I don't suggest that you get with a Black girl if you're getting with her because, oh, let me go ahead and get me one, you know, brown skin baby mama. Otherwise, I'm going to look colorist. We're okay. Cool. We are fine. Okay. You can.
You just snapping a little bit too hard in the chat right now, Capital. But were you about to say something?
I'm agreeing with her.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
she cooking. With your racially ambiguous white, non-Black women, we're okay. On behalf of Black women everywhere, please stop getting with us because you feel bad for us.
Right, ain't nothing you can do about that, man. That's your girl, bro.
So you can tell that Nick was like, ooh, let me go ahead and get one dark-skinned baby mama because, ooh, I need to get the heat off my back. And then the one dark-skinned baby mama he got, you can tell that he just was like, okay, what dark-skinned girl can I just put a baby in? Because she has a man that's Asian. Okay, and it was a
Yeah, that was a wild one. I think girl was going for the bag on that one. Like she went for the bag on that, like on Nick on that one. She's like, oh, I got an Asian dude. Let me just go ahead and go back. But then even look at her though. Look at her. That's a little wild. An Asian dude, that's an odd one. But nah, though, I ain't gonna lie though. Respect to Uncle Chris though. He said I've been with my girl for 27 years. I'm black Jamaican. Hey, shout out the Caribbean guys. She is a white Caucasian. I met her when I was 16. Yep, ain't nothing you could do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nothing you could do. That's your girl for life. It's like, bro, it's like
Definitely for lifer.
It's like guys like Chris that you really can't say nothing to because it's like, oh damn, when you were 16. It's like, well, it's like, but then there also come a guys like Chris, like, oh, you didn't even give him a chance. Why didn't you give him? I'm like, because she probably came to him or they just clicked like that. What you want him to do? Just toss away a good relationship just to mess with black women? I ain't gonna lie, it'd have been wild. It'd have been wild.
a weird cuck situation going on where she had a man. I don't know if like Nick propositioned her, like, hey, you want to have a baby? But this girl was over there with Mulan the whole time while she was pregnant with Nick baby. And I'm like,
whoa.
Mulan is funny.
So, I think it's tired of Nick. Like, Nick, just keep it real. You don't like black women. Just say that. Like, you having one chocolate baby mama is not. It's not.
Definitely has a type. Just admit that. Like, he all over the place.
You say you don't like black women, though. It's like, you know what? Isn't all the Wild 'N Out girls was mostly, like, light skin as well, though? Didn't everybody point that out, too, though? Just on the light note.
On the light note.
Yeah, like, on a light skin note, pretty much, for Nick Cannon. And hey, he likes him, the light skinned girls. I'm not mad at him. It's just that it's kind of when dudes try to skate around and just be like, bro, I think it'd be better if you just be honest with women. Just be like, yeah, they're not my type. Like, look at Chris Brown.
Real with them.
Even Chris Brown just can't say, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, dark skinned girl's not my type. But come on, Chris Brown, you ever seen him with a dark skinned girl? Hell nah. But I'm gonna tell you what you do see him with, man. Every trip, light skin. Or Puerto Rican looking.
Not giving, honey. You got one chocolate one and 10 white ones. And then every chance you get, you want to bring up that one chocolate one. Like, see, y'all, I don't have a type. I was with a chocolate girl. No thanks. Okay, we're okay. Thank you.
Black man who has children with multiple women, for almost none of them, or let me take a positive, only one of them being of African descent, does that not suggest that you clearly search out those who are not of your racial group?
So that's why I had to go here first. And I don't want to get too deep on
absolutely.
Phenotypes. Because in that sense, when we're talking about the origin of race, because before there was race, there was phenotypes. And really, that's just based off of what we look like. Okay. So in that sense, to where I guess with the German doctor in whatever, 1700s, Dr. Johann Frederick Blumenbach, the psychologist who created race. Okay. I think it was 7 identities. And it was everything from African to Ethiopian to white, to where they could put this hierarchy system that white was on top, therefore that they could classify while everyone else was subdominant. So in that, before that infrastructure was created, and that was even during slavery had already been established here, in America before the term race was created. Okay. So it was phenotype and what we look like and origin in which we came from. Okay. And as a Pan-African, I know you understand the ideas that even with we've been there, even within the motherland, even in the continent, there's a hierarchy of complexionism. And and sometimes even
introduced by the oppressor.
Of course, it's colonization, and now in the terms of
like, trust me, there weren't really light skinned people until white people came. Like, let's be real. There are tribes till today, like indigenous tribes in Africa that got light-skinned people in it because just one white man did something, and boom, boom, that's all they need. Now, of course, you got your albino brothers. Albino does happen in Africa as well. Nah, there's still tribes that have light-skinned people, black people, blue eyes. It's wild. It's wild out there in Africa. You'll find anything. I got to give them that point.
I've gotten in trouble for this. Saying we're talking about the power of melanin. In the sense of, as Tupac said, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I would agree.
And in that sense, so yes, like I said before, there is an idea of the standard of what we believe to be beautiful. I believe a dark
capital, you wild
woman who embraces all of her naturalness is far superior, especially in this day, and in her beauty, than someone who is attempting to assimilate or look like someone else.
So if you have any more children, she's gonna be a chocolate goddess.
I got one. I have a daughter named Onyx.
Ignore capital. Ignore capital. This man wilding in the chat, bro.
I mean, what he just said does have some truth to it. Just because,
I
let's be
got
real,
one.
black people, we
I
don't
have
know
a
our
daughter
worth.
named Onyx.
We really don't. We
Like
don't.
when it comes to melanin skin,
Mhm.
black of the berry, sweet of the juice.
I'm
Just because we really
telling
don't
you.
know our worth.
It's like, if anything, but I remember one person made the point is like, yeah, you're just helping the white family out though. You're expanding them by giving them that melanin in their bloodline now. Now their bloodline's gonna
And
survive.
if
Now
you
they're
want
good.
to state facts, you know, it's expensive as fuck.
To get some melanin, it's crazy.
It is.
Your melanin, man, hey, it's all new high. That's why they're out here kidnapping black people, specifically black women, and we don't want to know what else they doing. But let's just know that there's a increase of melanin on the black market.
And they don't
Her
talk
name
about
Onyx,
that
like
too
Black
much.
Onyx. Her name Ebony.
But
Her
if
name
you
Black
know,
Be Black.
you know.
I have a daughter. I have a black baby mama and a daughter named Onyx. Sir, the question was, you got 10 baby mamas, all white.
Hold on, you name your daughter after a Pokemon? What the hell? All right. Wait.
That is
Isn't that a type of
crazy.
stone? Like, it's a type of stone. Onyx. Oh, hell no, bro. Come on, bro. You could have did a little better. Like, so the one dark skin you got, you could have named her something African.
Right. One of them is black. Why? Come on, my daughter's name Onyx. See, what this is barbershop
My daughter's
logic.
name's Onyx.
This is a bunch of other mixed race loving men, white women loving men that all sit around like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because race ain't even real. Race was created. Race is 100% real. You can die, and 1,000,000 years from now, they can look at your skeleton and tell what race you were.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's facts.
And the thing, we did that like till this day. But bro, here's the craziest thing though. The fact that they're trying to say, oh, well, race wasn't a thing back then and it was just a concept. I'm like, no. Race has been a thing since the beginning of time. Even
Since the
ancient
beginning.
people knew race. They said, he a different color, he ain't my kind, he from somewhere else. It was as easy as that. There was no concept. Well, now we put a word on it now, okay.
Yeah.
But back then, I'm
I was
pretty
just about
sure.
to say, if you know you want to put religion in it,
Yeah.
Jesus himself was a black man.
Yeah, they
Let's
knew
just be
race.
real.
They knew race. Trust me.
Race is real. It is scientific. It's a thing. And it exists for a reason. Can y'all please stop with the regurgitated basic nigga talking barbershop talking points? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because race ain't even real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about race. It's really about economic status. It's always about race.
Always about race.
Please, let's just stop. Okay, so I guess we will not get an answer to the question of you got 10 baby mamas, all white, one of a black. Why? I guess we just won't get an answer to that question. But
I'm not saying I'd have just as much love as I have for Onyx as I have for my oldest Monroe. You know what I mean? And in that sense, it's unfortunate because I feel like we're the only community that has to deal with complexionism at this level. And
but white supremacy introduced that into us.
Because there's the caste system and the class system that's in.
Nah, that's actually what happened. No. Don't compare it to the class system in India. That's a whole different type of vibe right that they got going on right there. Because Indians is, bro. I always like to say there's the three main race. There's black people, white people, and Asian people, and all races fall in this like triangle. And I like to say the Indians fall within the triangle of black people and like Asians. So it's weird because they can be super dark and they can be just super light, and white people ain't mess with them. White people ain't do nothing to them. They just came out like that. They just came out in different shades. Same thing with Africans though. We just came out from brown to all the way to dark black. It's just how it works within races. Now, once we got over here, we started mixing around, and yes, we got to the high yellow and all that good stuff. That's what happens.
In India, that's
right. But caste, that is true. That is true. But who introduced that into India? They were colonized by the British.
They were as well. But again, because as you remember, and it's in the books, and I don't want to say this, but even in African.
Yeah, but let's see real. Before the British even came into India, they always valued lighter skin for some reason. That's what they did. You want them to see racism, man? Go to India and go to China. They'll show you racist.
Oh God.
Conscious. And it shows as we go all the way back to those
shout out to Satan the Center. I got that from him.
When the white man did come on the continent, we looked at them as foreign and inferior.
Oh, absolutely. The white man was traditionally painted as the devil in African culture.
So in that,
ever encountered.
Right. So in that, it was never at some point, and however it happened through the colonization and all of that, this idea of beauty of a lighter complected, a thinner nose, a thinner lip individual was placed on us.
Okay. So you fell victim to that?
I don't think I did. I feel like, again, like I said, and it's so complex even in my world because, you know, one of the mothers of my children has a strong, you know, Islam background. And when I say Islam, I'm Muslim from Africa, you know, and those understandings, but she's lighter complected. One would look at her and wouldn't even know. Or even in the
there is absolutely no woman that is one of your baby mamas that has a strong Muslim anything. No woman with a strong Muslim anything is about to become no man's sixth baby mama under any circumstance. Okay.
Well, okay, come on now. Let's be real. It's Muslim women now. They might come on now. It's Muslim women. If you got the bag, you can provide a different type of lifestyle. They're already down with it. If anybody's cool with it, it's her. It's really her.
Okay, so let's stop. Let's not cap for the ground. All right. With them Muslim girls, if you want to have multiple, you got to marry them all. There has to be polygamy. They have to agree on it. Okay. But ain't no woman, no real Muslim being your sixth baby mama for sure. Inshallah.
Since one of the mothers of my children is a dark skin complected, but still can be considered Afro-Latina because
Latinos are still African.
100%.
It's a different language.
But even within their infrastructure,
yes, they have the color hierarchy. Yeah, they're introduced by the white supremacy.
Right. So when I say that, I'm not looking to see how dark you are, how full your lips are, how wide your nose is.
Let me take it another way. When Princess Onyx grows up with her siblings, you're going to have a conversation along with their mothers about colorism.
100%.
As someone who grew up in a home with a dark sister who was darker than me, beautiful, but my older sister was darker. I saw how she suffered some of the pangs of colorism within my extended family.
100%.
So when Onyx gets to the age where she begins to recognize race, and Brother Nick Cannon has...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I experienced that too. I didn't personally experience it, but I seen it though. In my I ain't gonna lie, in elementary all the way up to high school, you experience darker skinned people, especially Africans, low-key getting it for no reason, right? And like my sister and my brothers and sisters, like they're part African. And that would used to like low-key kind of like scare me for, like, damn, well, when they get into school, people gonna come at them like this, they gonna come at them like that, because I'm gonna have to start beating a lot of ass if that's the case. But thank God, as when they got into there, things kind of calmed down a little bit. But when I was in school, look, I was scared for them because, bruh, no African dude caught a break, bro. It was a wrap. If you were African, man.
Yeah, when I was in school too.
You was too dark, man. It was a wrap. Hey, it was niggas and women talking about, hey, yo, yeah, you too dark. I only like light skins. And it's the same people that said that are turn around going like, oh, yeah, I need me a dark skin now. The same people in school that was talking about I do light skins only. Now talking about, oh, I want me a dark skin. Hit him with the, no, stay on that side. Stay on that side.
To have that conversation with her mother and the mothers of your other children and your children, your family. You're going to have this conversation. And when you start explaining to Onyx that your blackness is in no way a sin or a curse, it's a blessing and a power.
Absolutely.
Right? When she reflects back to you.
Her name is Onyx for a reason.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's black power, actually.
Yeah.
But when she reflects back to you as her father and say, well, Dad,
like
if this color is all that great, how did you end up to reproduce so many children with women who are not this color? What?
Woo! Woo!
Look, he took it there. That's what I want to know too.
It's me. Was wondering we could speak and go over everything, bitch. I know that's right. Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, daughter, you are so beautiful. Oh, really? Well, how come you knocked up 10 women that look nothing like me? And how come you only knocked up my mom to have a token black girl that you had a here damn baby with to get people off your back, Daddy?
God damn. Why you gonna lie? My daughter asked me a question like that, man. I'm out that bitch. I'm like, you got it. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm out. I should have made better decisions.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to answer that?
That's a banger of a question. Like,
one?
oh, Daddy, okay, if I'm so beautiful, then how come the rest of my moms don't look like me? Just one. Mm-hmm. Like, so what? One out of what? 6?
How come my other siblings don't look like me either?
If I'm just so beautiful and all that good stuff, like, goddamn.
These are the things we don't think about.
Nah, you don't think about them questions.
I'm all for people who just keep it real. Just say, I don't care about the Black community. I don't care about the future. I don't
Make
care
sure to
about
like
the
and
legacy.
subscribe if you're still in here. We appreciate the
watering
support.
down my genetics. I don't care. I'd rather people just say that. But I can't stand when people try to put this on. Oh, no. I'm not colorist. I promise you, I do like Black girls. No, you don't. You use the Black community, get where you want to go, and then you go outside your race. Just stand on that like a man. But
yeah, on God, gone. That's how we be doing them though. I see it now. I ain't gonna lie though. That was a banger report when she said, yeah, there's very few rich Black men, and it is kind of betraying the race for you to get right off the Black community and then go date a white girl or go date an Asian or Latina. Yeah. That's race betrayal. It's like, what else could you call it? I understand. Let's say that if you was a businessman and you could prove that, no, I made my money from all races. You know what? That's the loophole right there. But if you are a Black entertainer, I don't know, anything that has to do with the Black community where we overly consume you, you do owe your loyalty to us. I ain't even gonna lie. It's just fair. You owe it. Facts. Pay up.
This trying to explain why all these mixed children who are not Black, by the way, why all these mixed children are Black and how I got one Black baby mama, so I do. It's like they want to keep one foot in the door enough to still get the support of the Black community. Because Candace Owens is my next video. We see what's happening with Candace Owens. All these coons that turn on their community for other people, the minute they throw them away, they want to come back to the Black community for our support. We ain't going. So it's like Nick has this one Black baby mama and is trying to explain to us that he does like Black women, because I think deep down inside
I don't know. I don't agree to the point on Candace Owens, because I feel like Candace Owens was always knocking on the door. She's like, okay, yeah, I dated a white boy, but I'm still willing to talk to y'all about these issues. Yeah. We just never gave her the platform. We never let her in. She went outside the community, blew the hell up, to the point where even she got us looking at her now. And I think a lot of niggas is upset. I think a lot of people are bitter at Ken that she went outside the community, still blew up, and then knocked on our door, and we're like, hey man, come on in, man. Yeah, you was giving them hell out there, man. Come on, we rocking with you now.
He knows, and he want to just keep his foot in with the community so that he can get our support when he need to. Because what is this explaining?
What would you say to Onyx?
Dad has a problem of wanting an assortment of flavors.
Nick, if you see this,
assortment
whatever you do,
flavors?
if your daughter, if and when your daughter can't understand why none of her siblings look like her, why none of her siblings' mothers look like her, for me, okay, if that means anything to you, flavors. Don't tell her Daddy likes an assortment of flavors. Please don't say that to her, okay?
That's wild.
Think of anything to say except that, okay? Just make me that promise. Just do that for me. Do that for your sister. Please don't say that as the answer, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, that's why.
Get out of here.
That's the truth. I want to take that.
I ain't gonna lie though. That's gonna give her
emotional damage.
Cause ain't no way.
I want to know what that tastes like. I want to know what that tastes like. And it's just, and if I'm being honest, sitting here, it's just like, and I said I got in trouble, and I apologize because I didn't know it hit him this way. And I apologize again. I was on one of these podcasts and I was outwardly speaking, and I think
see, Nick, you just I'm sorry ass nigga. Stop being an I'm sorry ass nigga. Nigga, say what the fuck
God.
You need to say. That why I say you need to stand up, puff your chest out, and say I like white hoes. Yeah, I like mixed girls. Yeah, I do. Period. I don't want to deal with no all Black girl. You don't do it for me. Just say that. Instead of what? Every time I turn around, you apologizing. Now you just I'm sorry ass niggas. Y'all need to stand on business.
That's what I was saying. It's just like, bro, stop with the apology. Be like, look, man, hey, I had a type. I like me light skins, and that's how it is. Now, I don't know if you would say that to your daughter, though, and be like, look, man, I like light skins. That's how it is. Your mama got lucky. It's a wild statement. But, hey, you got to say it some way. But you also got to stop lying to the Black community and just be like, look, bro, us Black men, yes, we do have a type as well. If it's just because your favorite Black guy does not like light skins, does not like light skins, or you don't like dark skins, does not mean he's colorist. It just means he has a type. He don't hate you for your skin tone.
Yeah.
He just is not that interested in you. He'll talk to you. He'll be nice to you. They'll still be a gentleman. He just won't date you. That's it. He may even fuck you. But still.
I said what I said. Okay? People already know. Don't ask me to apologize for shit. I apologize that you are expecting one. Stand on what you feel. Yeah, and I apologize because I apologize, and I apologize again. Damn, stand up, be a man. Stand up what you said. Say it with your chest.
Kind of came out the wrong way. I was speaking about my brother Travis Scott.
Okay, what happened with
and
Travis?
it was when, because
the situation that happened.
No, he has a child with Kylie Jenner.
Okay? Yes, it is, Kingsley. Yes, it is.
To take his side and say, the statement I made, I said, in Travis dating Kylie, at no point do I think he was attempting to make a cultural statement. And in that, I think it got perceived.
But it's ignorance and excuse for irresponsibility.
You asked that question before.
Yes.
I think it was perceived as him saying,
Travis.
but I was actually saying, I did the same
oh
thing.
God, no. Like, who cares? I'm pretty sure, like, Travis saying.
This is about you. And he just got Kylie, as his baby mom. One baby mom. You got 6, Nick.
No, 6 of them. He got 1 white girl. He still has a chance to go back and get him 4 black baby mamas, and he good. He back in the green with us. But you just stay in the red, G. You just had to do a nut, bro. Come on now, light skin, all with kids.
Doing it for love.
Okay.
I'm not.
You love them enough to nut in them. That's crazy.
I'm doing it for my community or any of that stuff. I'm doing it because I love this woman. Now it may be, and it may be ignorant because I'm not thinking about what the community is going to think. I'm doing it because I'm going to love with this woman regardless of her complexion, regardless of her race, regardless of her upbringing.
But do you have an obligation to the community though? You married her because you loved her. No, but do you have? Because
I get this all the time. You can't talk black and sweet white. You can't be black in the streets and white in the sheets.
When we look at childhood actors,
yes, you
are the most prominent, successful black childhood actor probably in American history. Right. People think of Nick Cannon. You understand? Right. So to all the beautiful chocolate black girls of the same complexion as your beautiful daughter Onyx, and even those of every other complexion, yours, mine, and so forth, for you to be the king of childhood actors, which means our daughters love you. They talk about you. I heard kids talk about you the other day in positive manner. Right. Do you not feel any guilt at all for the fact you did not provide them with that wholesome example of showing them how much a black woman deserved to be loved on?
Nah, that's fact. So you know what? I feel like it would have been a better example of showing black women what they can get when their attitude is right, their fitness is in check, and their mindset is on point. Because, bro,
that's fact.
We need to show them what they can get. And if you're telling them that even if they do all that, they still won't get a successful black man, then it's like, then they're going to have a loser mentality. And at a certain point, you still blame them, but you kind of can understand them.
Yeah, but I can say, most black women, we do tend to, be stuck up, have our attitudes. We have a type. And our type is like more, just, we just have, a type.
I see. I get it. And I get it.
By not choosing one yourself.
So I got to unpack this in many ways because sitting on a psychologist's couch, yes, I
was going to get a clear answer.
But I feel guilty for multiple things.
Okay.
And what I've learned about, there's nothing wrong with guilt doesn't mean shame.
I agree with you.
Huh?
Guilt means accountability.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
And I say that to say, so.
Well, no, guilt and shame go hand in hand. Hold on, man.
Symbolism, what our community sees, who they hold up high and revere is all real. So I always talk about equanimity in that sense of where I must be responsible to, if I faltered in this way, I have to make up for it in this way. So I know I am unsuccessful when it comes to relationships. I have a failed marriage. I've had many failed relationships. And this is all based off of society's measurements.
And for the record, I was a little jealous of you when you married Mariah.
It was light-skinned in the mud.
Listen, when I was in college, this is before y'all time. But when I was in college at Millersville University, Mariah Carey poster was on.
So we should have been known this. Let's keep it a buck. Like, well, why are we surprised? It's like, we all knew. Bro got with an older light-skinned chick, 20 years older than him. That's how bad he liked light skins. 20 years older.
Yeah, he definitely bagged Mariah.
It was for the bag, though.
And they got twins.
I heard she had them genetically made on some wild shit, but that's just something I heard.
On my wall. Facts. Well, y'all got, I said, how did Nick get Mariah?
Right. How'd he get Mariah?
Not Umar with Mariah in the spank bank. Awkward. Hey.
Yeah, that's a.
Used to have your ex-wife on my wall. Oh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that. That's great to know.
Hey, make sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate the support.
But in the sense, I say be held accountable for certain things. But in that sense, to whether it's my daughter Onyx or my other daughters and the daughters of our community, I am an example whether I want to be one or not. And that's why it's like, I don't believe in role models because roles are things that you play. I'm a real model. I'm a real individual. So therefore, there's going to be a lot of things that happen in my life that everyone's not going to agree with.
And I think you're going to rectify it because looking into the future, which only God can see.
Right.
Through your daughter Onyx, I think you're going to do some great things with your other children as well.
Right.
But through your daughter Onyx, because of her beautiful, richly melanated, original African complexion, I think y'all going to bring forth some programs, some projects, some organizations, a cartoon, a line of children's books to build Black girl self. You understand?
Because one thing I do, and I've had these conversations, one thing I do know with my daughter Onyx, I'm going to have different conversations with her.
Yes, sir. You will. Yes.
Because of the way the society is.
And you're going to have conversations with them to make sure they remain conscious of their bias when they're relating to their system.
Yeah, 100%. And because, again, their mother is probably one of the most beautiful, and I'm not even forgetting saying dark skin, but because of her complexion is dark skin, but one of the most beautiful women.
I think the chocolate only adds to the beauty.
Yeah, and to be able to be that with that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It is so powerful in itself.
If she's the most beautiful one, why you didn't get him over and over again? It's like, hey, bro. You just stop pandering, bro. Come on now, be real.
To be able to walk in the room and be so striking and so attractive, and to not look like everyone else, especially today where every woman on Instagram looks attractive.
Amen, capital Amen.
More honorable, more earth-shattering, more attention-grabbing. That when a chocolate Black woman walks into the room, and I'm gonna add natural hair to that because that's my bias, but when a chocolate natural African woman walks into a room full of self-confidence and owns it, the whole room bows down. Not literally, but in a metaphorical way, because that right there is God. And what I mean by that, when I say the chocolate African woman is...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm telling you, bro, an on-point Black girl, she turn heads every trip, though. I'm talking about in shape, done up right, proper done, bro. She don't even gotta be like a 9, 10, bro. She could be a 5, done up right, and all that good stuff, and she gonna turn heads. Just off the way they carry themselves.
That's facts.
It's a swag to them. It's just a swag to them.
Is God. She is the original complexion of the first person God put on the planet Earth. And since the Black woman is the only woman with the mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene, and with the chocolate African woman being the most melanated because that's the most original, she is God. And I'm saying that not to deny anyone else their divinity.
We all come from her.
Absolutely. We all come from her. And so it's just so hurtful for me being a psychologist, working in the schools where I see the shame that a lot of our chocolate princesses endure because they've been miseducated against the fact that when you look in the mirror, you shouldn't see something ugly.
Right.
You should see the most beautiful being on earth.
Right.
And as I said, I believe you and your princess, along with your other children.
I'll give Dr. Umar that point. A lot of Black women or a lot of Black girls do not have high confidence these days because they're looking online, they're seeing all these female rappers, and what's most of the biggest female rappers? What color are they? What shade are they? Exactly. I don't think come on, Ice Spice. Light skin. Actually, I don't think we have one dark skinned successful female rapper. You cannot count Asian Doll because she's on OnlyFans now. So obviously her shit failed. So we got Ice Spice, Cardi B, and Mulatto. Those are like the big 3 I know right now. And they're all light skinned. So what do you think these dark skinned girls feel right now that want to be rappers? They feel like the world's against them at that point because look at what everybody's promoting. Look what everybody rather slide to. I understand it. I get it at that point. But they got to kill that victim mentality to overcome that. I promise you. If they can kill the victim mentality and be, they're light skinned, just kill that and they'll overcome anything. I promise you.
Yeah,
y'all going to bring forth something to help shut down the colorism. Because what
you brown
is you have every complexion in your children.
There is no dark skinned successful female rappers
at all.
And I think y'all dark skinned women. Yeah, and I think y'all dark skinned women need to low key kind of click that low key because y'all kind of playing into y'all own colorism or colorist ways. Like, let's be real. You call us colorist, but all you listen to is light skinned female rappers, though. Okay.
Charging you in the future because you got a long way to go. Turn that. You understand me? Into a weapon of mass construction. To destroy colorism in our community.
I love it. Can I offer this up?
Y'all. We're safe, okay? Thank God that Nick Cannon and his gang of white mixed baby mamas, y'all, don't worry. They are going to solve the colorism issue in our community. You have been upgraded to one of our elite employees. Y'all, don't worry, okay? You're in poverty, if you're in colorism, our elite employee is going to save our community. Boss and CEO here of the Black Female Collective, Thank you so much, Nick Cannon, for impregnating 10 white women. Oh, what we have done without you, because now your mixed children can save colorism, y'all. Congratulations, Nick. We are so thankful for you and your gang.
Hey, on God, hit him with the confidence. Give him confidence about it.
We are safe now.
And watch, I ain't gonna lie, having biracial kids is a tricky one because it's up for you as the parent to instill confidence in them, because society will instill them with confusion. I promise you. There'll be some confused half breeds is wild to say, but confused light skins. It is what it is, though.
It is
Biracial. Okay, yeah, there's confused biracial people out here, and society just confuses them and it kind of kills their confidence. Because, well, yeah, look, a confident person ain't confused. I'll tell you that. And make sure you're instilling that confidence in them as a biracial person, because society gonna try to mess their head up.
Just because I'm sitting on your
especially in this race-driven.
Right, I need the help
and
and
a lot of
understand.
biracial
Society.
people don't know, they race, to be honest.
They don't.
They either told, they white or they black. And a lot of people that's biracial, if they say they're black, what are you mixed with?
Yeah, that'd be the truth.
Could it be that my mother, who is of mixed race,
Okay.
And because I was thinking about this when you asked me, am I, have I been programmed or conditioned to go after a certain type of woman? If my mother, who is a lighter skinned mixed woman, if that was my example as a matriarch, and then even in her mother being of another race, and on my father's side, his mother having, as we all know, because, and then as we go down our lineage, we all gonna be mixed with something. And I know as a, Pan-African.
Hey, I want to say this real quick. People that say we're all mixed with something, you really don't know what you're talking about. And you really give the white man's phallus too much credit. Do you know how much white male gravy juice it would have taken back in slavery to make every single black woman birth one of his children? Hey, that's not true, by the way. I just want to put that out there. This whole we're all mixed. No, that's not true. There's actually many, many black people who are absolutely 100% black all through their DNA. As well as y'all give the white. How would that make sense when?
That's absolutely facts, though. There's people who's 100% black. God damn. Got it. Shit, wish I was one of them. Sadly, I would. Majority. I'm majority. Majority. But nah, there is definitely some black people that's all the way through, even off the plantation. Hey, with nothing but niggas. Shout out to them.
When most of racism is based upon the fact that the black male phallus.
Have pride in that. Have pride in it.
When a black man has been fucking your bitch. How would you sit there and give the white male phallus, who the white fertility rates continue to plummet? Why would you give the weak white male phallus that much credit to think that white men have placed their DNA in every black woman that was across the land?
God damn.
Them white men would have had to have farms of them just taking black women one by one and hopefully impregnating each one. We are indeed not all mixed.
They breeded with only a few of us. Most of us, they breeded together. Let's be real. That's kind of why we got like a lot of like to call them alpha traits and all that good stuff. Where niggas be 6 foot tall, got good muscle density and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's because they breeded us from the top niggas on the plantation. So I do like to say, there is kind of a pride in coming off the plantation because you came from the top male on the plantation. Most of the slaves did.
I wish we would stop. That's another coping mechanism. Oh, we all mixed. No, we're not. We're actually not. That would be so impossible. That would take the white male's phallus to not be the weakest phallus on this planet for that to work. That is not true. Stop saying that. Oh, we're all mixed anyway. Let's just water it down some more. No. But very interesting that Nick Cannon's mother is not black. This all makes sense now.
I'm weak.
Okay, a man naturally want a woman like his mama. Okay, now it all makes sense. We should just started with that. Okay. He his daddy's son.
An idea of holding on to the diaspora.
But daddy's son.
The African American, and which is a whole different classification. A black person in America is mixed
Mama's boy too.
with everything.
Right.
So for anyone to sit and say,
but those mixtures does not take away from the fact you're still African.
100%,
It's the strongest DNA.
100%. So if people say, again, because you said you got a lot of this ideology because you look and see what you came from your mother.
Yes.
So if I look and my mother looks and has the complexion of a look that is maybe similar to a lot of the mothers of my children.
Okay.
There's been a lot of conversations where they talk about, my mother and Mariah.
Okay. Do they look similar?
Yes. They look like they cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean? And various, if we're just talking about complexionism, psychologically, would you think that maybe is that more of the reason?
It definitely plays a role. Because I was going to ask you earlier in this conversation, do you feel that your mother or grandmother could have influenced your taste in women?
Right.
Because our mothers do influence us, right? Because my mother happens to be my complexion. In fact, I look more like my mother than any of her other 6 children. Okay. The mother is the first teacher, as we all know.
That's it. My
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, my mom was about my complexion. My grandmother's your complexion. Yeah, my aunt's is your complexion. So it's just be like, I ain't gonna lie. It makes sense why I would like black women, of course. It just makes sense. Most of the women in my family are black women. So all the examples of femininity I've ever had in my life has been black women. It's just like that. And of dark skin, too. It's like either brown or dark skin. That was just my life growing up as a kid.
My mother is, light skin, curly hair,
Right. And she's still with us in the flesh. Okay. So if I were to have a conversation with your queen mother, I would ask her, not only does your son possibly prefer women of your complexion because you are his first example of love? Our first love affair is our mother, right?
Absolutely.
But
I'll even go ahead and say this. I'll go ahead and say the first race of women that give you that femininity is gonna be your type at that point. The first shade, race, don't matter. So yeah, it's gonna be your mom. If it wasn't your mom, it's gonna probably be maybe your aunt, your grandma, or God forbid your first girlfriend. Cause that mean you ain't had a mom or a grandma. But yeah, it's always gonna be the first girl you receive that femininity from.
I would also ask her, is it possible, in addition to you simply being his first love affair, spiritually speaking, did you pass down core beliefs to your son as it relates to women and complexion? In other words, was it purely by example of her existence as your mother? Or were there certain beliefs and messages she gave to you and values based on skin tone? Because she had inadvertently transferred some of her beliefs onto you in terms of white is better or prettier or lighter girls are more. You know what I mean?
You pretty much saying that they used to make Irish slaves mate with black individuals for better workers. And, well, that makes sense. If we out here working all the time, they damn near think it's in our genetics. Oh, that's all they are, workers. So if I go mate with one, it's going to be a good worker because I'm a good worker as a white man. The racist mindset.
Because we probably never had that conversation. Right. But it's just the example of watching what she was assimilating to the idea of what society shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? As we sit back and talk about where you said you had posters of Mariah on the wall. Mariah and
one
Halle.
of the things I respected about Mariah. I don't know her whole history, but one of the things I did respect about Mariah, because what happened is when rest in peace, Whitney Houston kind of receded. Actually, as you navigate that terrain with your children, will Nick Cannon be unapologetic about letting them know they're black?
100%.
Okay.
That's easy.
Or will you get pushback from their mothers?
Nah, they're black. They know, again, because of the society. My children are black. And that's even, that because me, that conversation.
But are they mothers on board?
But no, but that's that conversation about generational wealth that we got to throw out the window because everybody says,
due to him being black and them being popular, and he's going to be the main influence in his children's life. So, and I always say, like, it's always like this. When it comes to biracial kids, it's the main influence in their life that they choose to go with. So if a biracial kid is born to, let's say, I'll say a black mom, and that's or maybe a black dad, and that was the main influence in their life.
And that's true.
That's who they're gonna claim. It's like, if you had a black mom, you low-key gonna probably claim black.
At the same time,
white
still
mom?
know your race. Like, I feel like it's always, you should still know your race.
That's true.
Very important.
But I know some light-skinned dudes.
Teach your child.
But I know some light-skinned dudes with a white dad, and they see themselves as white just cause that's what they dad instilled in them. You gotta that's who influenced them the most. That's what they're.
Just because, for example, for me, like, I'm black, but I still got a few other races in me. But of course, I'm going to say I'm black.
Yeah. It's just how that is. Well, the only other race is shout out Indians. Shout out the Indians.
Oh, if you go date outside your race, then where's the general wealth conversation?
Okay.
All right. So, once again, Umar asked a very specific question, and Nick cannot just answer the question. He's saying
that's facts.
You got to ask him like 10 questions to get to the root of the question. He's saying
he definitely talking.
Are the mothers going to be on board with, letting your children refer to themselves as just black and completely disregarding them. I'm going to give you the answer and why it's going to take him 1 hour to give us some type of answer. The answer is no. And they're absolutely correct in that. If I am white and I have a baby with a black man, my kids are going to call themselves biracial. You are not about to erase me. And I carried these children for 9 months and birthed them out. It is rude. It is so rude to be mixed and have a parent of a whole different race and disregard them completely and tell people I'm black.
Well, due to the liberal mindset of society right now, hey, they gonna make it happen. They gonna make his kids be like, no, you're black. Yep, you're black. Man, trust me, they're gonna go buck wild on the kids if his kids they even try to say they're biracial or white or just lean towards the white side. It's gonna be a wrap. Unless, Nick Cannon turns out to be an ain't shit dad, then I ain't gonna lie. They're gonna choose white. I promise you. But if he's a good dad, they're gonna choose black. As long as he's a good influence. We know what side they're gonna be on.
So just fuck your other parent, huh? No. You need to say I'm biracial. You need to acknowledge both of your parents. White, black, or purple, those are your parents. Okay? And the answer number 2 is no. No, they will not. How would they, as white women, be able... Let's take it back. 12 children, 8 different moms, however many different moms it is.
Oh, you're about to say,
that means automatically that Nick, if he's lucky, will see his children. Maybe if he was to spend his entire day traveling and going to visit each child, by the end of the week, he have to start back over at the first child again.
Damn.
So that means Nick is going to have very little to zero influence over these children that are black.
Man, fuck all that. I'm gonna be like, hey, man, put them on a flight, send them to me. That's what I'd have done. I'm be like, yeah, put all my kids on a flight, private jet. They coming to me. We're going to go out here to this spot. Boom. All of them, they're going to get to know each other. We're going to have fun. Hey, that's how I do it. I ain't going to waste my time going from city to city to city. I'm like, look, no, all y'all going to put my kids on that damn flight. They're going to get to know each other and they're going somewhere. I don't know. But hey, it's way easier than just jumping around. Just put your kids on a flight. I don't know why they got to make it so hard.
By white women.
They try to make it hard.
Handle their emotions like white women. They will think like white women. They will move like white women. You know who the perfect example of that is? T.I.'s son, King Harris, who spent most of his time with his white grandmother. And lo and behold, out of all of T.I.'s children, the one that spent most of his time at his white grandma's house is now the Karen of the family, airing their family business out, trying to play the victim and get people on
that's
his
fast,
side
Kobe. That's
as
fast.
a power tool. So the only hope that Nick's children would have to even be able to comfortably identify as black and have that instilled in their everyday culture was if they were living with Nick full time. Okay, that would be the only way. You'll probably see these children 2 to 3 times a month on a good month. Because on top of all your children being in different states, different households, you also have a career. You also have a demanding career that takes up most of your time.
These are facts.
So the answer is no. They will be raised by white women who are not black women. You cannot fake the black experience. Where these white girls are going to go read a book, how to teach.
Oh, God, even with my strategy, you couldn't do it. My strategy is getting them all to kick it together and, you raising them all. Like, if I sit all my 12 kids down in the room, bet they going to learn some shit from me. But if you talk about, giving them the black experience, I'm going to be real with you. That's impossible. I wouldn't even try it. I'd just be like, look, I just can only give them my teachings and the way I see the world and the way I want them to see the world and how I want them to, live their life. And that's that. Whatever they do from there, hey, I want them to be free thinkers, independent thinkers. I don't want to influence them that heavily. To be honest,
your kid to be black. No, they're not. And then your mixed kids will grow up like every other mixed kid and say, I'm not white enough for the whites. I'm not black enough for the black. And why are y'all gatekeeping blackness? And I'm so confused. Every black girl know that one black girl with a white mom, a mixed girl with a white mom. And she's like, I don't know how to do my hair. Can you guys show me? No, bitch. I cannot stand when a mixed girl want to come in your face. Can you teach me? No. Your daddy should have had a baby with a black girl. I'm not teaching you nothing. Pay me. Bye. That's the real.
I don't support that message, but that was hilarious though. Like, all right, she gets a ball for that one though. God damn. No, don't have that mentality. Help your sister. Like, it should be a sisterhood for real, not in a toxic way, okay? God damn it. The sisterhood of today is toxic. We need we need a bunch of women to go in there and just take out all the bad actors in the sisterhood and get this shit on the right path. Because us guys, we can't do. We can only get ourselves together and at least tell, like, the sisterhood us, give them some suggestions. Because Lord knows, man, black women don't like to listen to us. You got to make them think they came to it themselves. You feel me? But, I digress.
Reality of what will happen with your children, Nick. Okay, let's just keep it real. You're not going to be there to influence them.
It was, Jamal.
Children
it was.
Follow the behaviors of the mom. The mom has the most influence over children. Yeah. You have 1,000 baby mamas. That's you can't even be there. Okay, so the answer is no. They will teach their children the best they can as white women, period.
They have me as the father, as whether it's the law or whether it's the one drop rule or whether in America, you are black.
Nah, she is not racist. She not racist. Shit, we not racist, obviously. But nah, she not racist. She's just against interracial dating. That's it. That's all. That's it. She just don't fuck with it to that point. Like, when it comes to somebody who don't mess with interracial dating, she is far on the other side against it. Like, she's just so against it.
That's true, but do their mother.
That's why I decided to feature her for this video, because she's straight comedy, though. Make sure to like and subscribe, though. And if you like what she's saying, because I know some of y'all don't, but if you do, Six the Goddess.
There's support.
100%.
Okay, so they have no problem with you letting them know you're black. Okay, okay, because sometimes
they want to be called mixed. I'm just much as this. That.
Sometimes the non-African mother of the mixed race African children are not comfortable. In fact, I had a debate. It was respectful with a white woman at one of my lectures in Tallahassee or Tampa.
Right.
And we debated because she says, I do not want my daughter who has a black father. I do not want her identifying as black. I want her identifying as mixed race. And you know what?
Period. As she should. As she should. She is 100% correct. You will not erase me from my child. No, I will be acknowledged just as much as the other parent. Absolutely. 100%.
See, and that's why you kind of can't call her racist, because she's saying, yeah, I ain't gonna let you sit there and erase like a white woman's identity out of a child, out of her own child. That's wild as hell. So yeah. Feel me? Her statement was wild, but hey, she is kind of speaking up for white women in a way.
I cannot stand how we try to base who is black or not off of what white people think. Oh, you black because when the white folk look at you, it's the one drop rule, and you gonna get caught up by the police too. Whatever. Whatever. When we talk about this, we're talking about what you're genetically predisposed to. We're talking about the way you think, the way you process things. And when you have someone, like if it's a boy with a black mom and a white dad, they be super odd because in their mind, they think and process things like a white man. Okay, the mixed community will be the first ones where I don't know who need to hear this, but in order to be a healthy black person, you have to be pro-segregation because desegregation was the.
Hey, facts. I ain't gonna lie though. I am pro-segregation though, because that shit fucked us up in the end. It fucked us up. It's too late now. I wouldn't agree to do it now. No, but back in the day, if I could go back and be like, hey, yo, you want desegregate? Nope. No. We gonna keep all the rich black people together, and they gonna inspire the unfortunate black kids that they gotta live next to instead of just running to the white man's neighborhood. No, you gotta be right here and make your community better. It's them like kind of putting the arm behind the back of the successful black man. Nope, you gotta stay here and fix your community. You can't run off to the white man. Why? Because they will lynch you.
Worst thing that happened to us as a people. If somebody is mixed, what would you be telling them? To disregard an entire half of their family? No. The mixed race always has to straddle the fence because they have a stake in the game equally on both sides. So that mother who said, I don't want my kid just saying I'm black. I want them to say they're biracial.
It's too late now.
Correct.
Too late now.
They are incorrect.
It's too late.
Period.
I had to explain to her.
What did you explain?
Because you are racist. You cannot admit that a black child came from your womb. And because of your own core.
It is so disrespectful. Even the white girls know that their womb is too weak to produce a black child.
Whoa.
That's sad when even the white women are telling you, I don't think that's a good idea to say that me as a white woman produced a black child. That is so rude. Okay, this child was inside of a white body, uncooked chicken, a white womb, a weak white uterus. No. I'm sorry. And that.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to give it to Jamal right there. I might have to give it to you, bro. She might be a bit racist.
That woman is correct.
I might have to give that you.
I cannot sit here as a white woman.
Ain't no way.
Yes, I birthed a black child. No, you birthed a biracial child.
It's like,
end of story.
Float that together.
Okay.
Beliefs about African inferiority. You would rather raise your child with a lie that she's mixed race
that shit together.
than raise her with the truth that she is black. You're forcing her to live a confused life because you don't want to bear your shame.
No. The confused life is trying to force yourself on either side when you love both sides. You love your mom and your dad. That's the confused side. The confusion happens where this child is biracial and you're telling them, no, you're black. And they're like, but what about my mom? My mom's white. My grandmama's white. The people I've spent most of the time. So you're saying that they're not even, that's where the confusion comes from. Biracial is its own thing. It's its own section. Okay. We got to stop saying, well, based off of how the police treat us, like, hello, that is really giving up your power.
Nah, that's facts.
Right? The confusion comes from.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like when a biracial person say, yeah, I'm black. I mean, my mom African, Nigerian. My dad, like, Scottish and white. You feel me? Like, hey, shout out. Like, real nigga. You know your shit.
Making that child say, oh, you're black. Well, what about this whole other half of me as well? Hello?
Hey,
and guess what? She peacefully bowed out.
She had to, but this is my only question to that is, why can't you be both? And I only say that because at the core,
make sure like, subscribe, appreciate the love.
There's no other question.
And the reason you can't be both, you still have a white parent. Right. You never, and I tell mixed race children this, you don't ever disrespect your mother. That is your mother. You tell the world, I'll get you black, white, purple. She brought you here. That's mom. Yeah. You understand? But racially, spiritually, genetically, anatomically, society, you are African because we are the dominant DNA. Right. And we are the birthers of the other group. So when you say I'm half of something that came from you.
See, at the end of the day, the strongest emotion of a man is his hard dick. That's just what it is. Okay. And the reason why you only see black men.
Oh my God. Oh shit. I ain't gonna lie. She got a point though. She got a point. It's like, sometimes we be like, ooh, look, like, even when we have a kid, it's like, ooh, man, look what my dick did. Hey, shout out me, man, shout out the testicles. But, yeah.
That do this whole mixed people are black is because they want to be able to sleep with mixed girls, okay? Their desire to sleep with women is going to supersede everything that actually makes sense. You typically don't see black women trying to explain and convince us that this mixed guy is black because black women tend to not, salivate over mixed men. I think that's a nightmare to date a man that is mixed with a white father. I can only imagine. I'm trembling. I'm shaking in my boots thinking it. But when you see men be like, yeah, she mixed, but she's black though. She's a black queen though. Like when Tyrese gave us that mixed girl talking about his black queen.
For my light-skinned subscribers and watchers, I'm sorry. But goddamn it, she is cooking though right now.
Y'all just want to sleep with mixed girls. Just say that.
My bad.
Low key, y'all like when they're raised by a white mama because y'all know what I'm saying is the truth. That their brain work like a white woman, right? Come on, just say it. Just say, we want to sit and tell y'all that mixed women are black because we want to be able to sleep with them. Just say that. Okay? That's why you don't hear women saying that. You only hear men saying that. It's just a way to justify sleeping with them. Once again, I'd rather a man just say it with his chest. I like mixed women. I like when they have a white mama. It gives me a girl with a little bit of color, but she still let me get away with stiff and think like a white girl. Just say that. What the hell? I don't know why y'all. And the fact that y'all continue to try to.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. She made it make sense though. Like, hey, though, that do sound like a good combination now. All right, she black and she got the white upbringing, so she's gonna be a little bit more submissive, less attitude. Hey, that sounds like a dub to me.
Explain and try to gaslight us, just show that y'all know y'all wrong. So why not just do right? Why not just do right instead of having to constantly trying to gaslight us and explain to us that these women are black and these people are black? Why? I don't understand.
Your blackness. It doesn't even make sense. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of our mixed race children are so confused, Brother Nick, because they have the non-African parent trying to hypnotize them into believing the world is going to see them as biracial. When your children walk down the street, and I know you know this, so I'm not teaching you nothing. When your children walk down the street, nobody says there goes a half black child. There goes a black child. You
get pulled over from the police.
Absolutely. Here it go. I knew that police talking point was coming. Majority of people who are biracial, no, you don't look at them and say, oh, they're black. You look at them and they look mixed. Or you look at them and say,
yeah, white people even know. Like, bro, I promise you, white people even tell you, yeah, I'd be more comfortable around mixed people, but, you know, at least I know. You feel me? White people will even tell you. I'm pretty sure if you ask officers, they'll be like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, you know, when I see that dark skin. But, you know, hey, though, if he's a little bit on the lighter side, hey, okay, cool. I'm expecting a little bit more.
Look, a little on the lighter side, I'll let it slide.
Yeah, I'm going to let it slide. I'm expecting her to be a little bit more, or him or her be a little more civil.
Say, I don't know what race you are. That's what
fact.
racially ambiguous means. It means, I don't know what you are. No, we don't look at them majority of the time and be like, oh, that's a black person. Some people are mixed and they look completely black, but majority of them, you can tell they're mixed. Stop the shit, okay? And when you look at them, that's why most mixed people always get asked the question, what are you?
Mixed with.
That's what it is. Everybody confused. No, you rarely look at a mixed person like, oh, I know they're mixed with black and white. You can tell they're mixed. You just don't know. They could be mixed with Asian or whatever. You don't know. So that's why mixed people, they'll tell you that. They get tired of that. People always ask me, what am I? Yeah, because you're ambiguous. We don't know what the fuck you are. They're the gray area. That's why they can be both. That's why they can ride the fence, because you don't know what they are. When you look at them, you don't know. That's what ambiguous means.
Get your black ass out the car.
Absolutely. But again, your mixed race going back to the mission I see you having in your future.
Yeah.
As I said, with your children, y'all going to be able to do a lot.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just give me a second, y'all. Okay, I need to figure something out here.
Hold on.
How do I want to make this bigger. Y'all help me understand.
Well, okay. A lot of light-skinned girls?
Do we see these children and think, I'm gonna string you up by a tree? We don't. Okay. When we look at these children, I look at them and I would think what we all would think is, what are you? What are you mixed with? That's what we think. Okay. We don't look at these children and think, oh my God, we're gonna string them up by a tree. They look racially ambiguous. I do not look at these children and be like, look at these black ass children. I don't. If I saw these people, I would say, I wonder what they are. I wonder what they're mixed with. That's what I would say. So can we please stop this whole, the police are going to think that? No, they're not. We would look at those kids and we wouldn't know what they was. I'm just going to be the one to tell you. We would have no clue. But anywho, let's continue.
To combat colorism, and y'all going to be able to do a lot to educate mixed race children on their African heritage. Because let's be honest, there's more of them than ever before.
Yes.
And most of them, because I know, because they come to me, even the adults, they feel isolated. So what if Nick Cannon and his children come out with a line of books?
Yeah.
You feel me? With mixed race characters where they go through the struggles of what it is to be black, having a not.
But all right. I'm gonna let him run off a little bit more.
You understand me?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna just.
No, I'm weak as hell though. I think she gave up on that one. Yeah. Cause I think they were just talking too much bullshit at a certain point. Bro was talking in circles.
She was about to cook him some more.
But hey, man, y'all know what that means, man. We winding down the show. We about to give some closing thoughts. You know what? I actually like this topic because I don't really speak much on interracial dating because one, hey, date who you love who you love. Yeah. But I do get some of the points of what they're saying. I do understand if you're gonna make money off your community, then you should also keep your dating and your love within the community. Sadly, but you have an allegiance to your community. But some people just don't want to kind of admit that. Anyway, what, you got anything to say, sweetheart?
I mean, you were stating facts, but I feel like that was just all over the place.
Oh, God, though. Yeah, I couldn't really, especially Nick Cannon. That boy was talking in circles. I couldn't really understand too much.
Talking in circles. Like, just admit you have a type. There's nothing wrong with having a type, but you just admit it.
Oh, God. All right. But anyway, though, make sure to like and subscribe, man. This is Set from Set and Key Media, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night. Peace.